Are you thinking about moving to Tyler, Texas, and you've been getting a little bit worried because you've seen some videos of mine trying to get you to not move to Tyler, just like this one and this one? Well, don't let those titles and thumbnails confuse you, because in today's video, I'm going to be giving you my 11 reasons why I believe that Tyler, Texas is the best city in Texas, in the US, and potentially even the world. Howdy everyone, and welcome back to the channel. For everyone new here, my name is Ronnie Withers, and if you want to know what it's like to live, eat, sleep, work, and play in Tyler, Texas and the surrounding areas, then go ahead and smash that subscribe button and tap that notification bell so you're the first to be notified on any single Tyler, Texas market update. My team and I are getting calls every single day of people just like you who are looking to either relocate to Tyler, move within Tyler, or sell their Tyler home. So if that does sound like you, please reach out, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. We will get together, we'll hop on a call, and we will get you into your dream Tyler home. So yes, it is true. Some of the videos I've made in the past have been a little bit negative, and I have shown some of the cons of moving to Tyler. And the reason behind that is because I want to be honest with all of you. I don't want everyone moving to Tyler. I don't think Tyler is a place for absolutely everyone. And I want to be honest, I want to put it in my videos, and I want to show you the good and the bad of living in Tyler. I moved myself and my wife to Tyler a while back, and I did a lot of research, and since being here, I truly believe that Tyler, Texas is one of, if not the best small town city to move to in America today. And the object of this video is to portray that to you and to have as many people as possible who really would fit in Tyler, move to Tyler, and develop a really good life here, because I know that is possible. A lot of people reach out to me just really not happy with their current situation. If I can help a few of you guys move from where you are at the moment to Tyler and be more fulfilled and have a much better life and quality of living, then that's all that matters to me in my book. Let's kick things off starting to talk about the cost of living and kind of home prices in the Tyler area. Now, I've mentioned this many times before. In general, the cost of living in Tyler is less than national average. Now, one of the good things to look at there is going to be the average home price. The average home price in America in general is around $428,000 as of the recording of this video. The average sold home price of a home in Tyler over the last 3 months is $358,234. So that is going to be a lot less than the national average, almost 100,000 less than the national average. And these are real-time stats that I've just pulled from the MLS from the last 3 months in the Tyler city limits. That is the average home price, which is really good. A lot of people who I speak to are moving from really big cities, and the average home price is a lot higher than the national average. So a lot of those people are wanting to move to Tyler to reduce the cost that they are spending on housing. And it is not just home prices that are less than national average. I'm going to take this for example. 2 days ago, when I went to fill up my car with gas, I spent $2.19 on a gallon of gas. Now, it's not always like that here in Texas, and I will be completely honest with you, I was using a couple of reward points from Brookshire's here in Tyler, so I got about 20 cents off per gallon. So the sticker price of gas per gallon was $2.39. Now, $2.39, just compare that to where you are at the moment. I've seen prices as high in the high threes, and although it's only $1 here or there per gallon, it really does make a difference. I have made a video on cost of living, and I'll link it right here, but usually the price of gas determines and tracks statistically with a lot of other cost of living aspects in the area you're living. So gas at $2.39 a gallon, absolutely amazing, really low cost of living, low average home price, and a lot of other aspects of Tyler are below the national average as well. So in general, compared to the average US city, Tyler is a really good place to live, and it is below the national average. And also, one very interesting thing about Tyler and Texas in general. So Texas, I'm sure a lot of you are aware, a lot of people are moving from other states to get into Texas. Now, Tyler is growing at a rate of around 1.15%, which is actually a little bit lower than some of the bigger Texas cities. Now, here's what I think is going to happen. This isn't a fact, this is just what I think. A lot of the really, really big Texas cities like Dallas, Fort Worth, Austin, San Antonio, Houston, all of these big cities are growing at a really high rate and they're almost getting full. A lot of complaints I hear from people living in these areas are these towns and cities are just getting full of transplants. Now, whether we like it or not, I think Tyler will be next in the next 5 to 10 years, that a lot of people are going to be flooding here and moving here. This is what I say to you. If you decide to move now, before the huge rush of people moving in, you're going to have a really good investment when you buy a home here in Tyler or the surrounding areas. Now, I really don't want Tyler to become a flooded, crowded area, but who knows what's going to happen. I do think that growth rate is going to come and it's going to find its ways to Tyler. Tyler at the moment is kind of a hidden gem out in East Texas. We're kind of on our own. We haven't got too many people moving here. My suggestion is move here before the flood of people moves here and you'll be sitting good for an investment. If you buy a house, buy some land, that would be my recommendation. Move sooner rather than later, but also just move when you're ready. Moving along from that, Tyler isn't just Tyler. Tyler's not on its own in the middle of East Texas with nothing around it. Tyler has some really, really nice suburbs. Well, I call them suburbs, but some people like to think that they're not big enough to be called suburbs. But personally, I call them suburbs, so everyone else is wrong. You have beautiful suburbs like Bullard, that's where I live. I absolutely love it. Lindale, White House, Chandler, or Chandler before I get some hate comments, Flint, and then you can go out as far as Troop and Jacksonville and places like that. Some really amazing suburbs of Tyler. So just because Tyler has around 115,000 people in, the broader area with some of the suburbs, you've got a lot more people in there. And the suburbs are going to be a lot more rural than downtown city limits of Tyler. So if you're looking at moving to Tyler, you don't just have to be looking in Tyler. You've got all of these suburbs around that could be a perfect home for you. And if I'm honest, most of the people that come to me wanting to look to buy a house and relocate to Tyler, we actually find somewhere in the outskirts in one of those suburbs. So definitely keep your eye out, look at the suburbs as well as Tyler when you're looking to move. More and more in my social media feed and on the news, I've been seeing a kick of the younger generation and the older generation wanting to go back to the slow life, the slow, simple life that the older generation and our ancestors did have. A lot of people coming to me around my age in their 20s, 30s, people wanting to buy some land, buy a nice house, maybe fix it up, get married, raise kids, go to church and just have a really slow, simple life. And if I had to summarize Tyler in a nutshell, that would be it. Tyler is an absolutely amazing place to just live a slow, simple life. You have all the opportunities to buy land, buy a house for a relatively inexpensive life, be in a really Christian conservative area, kind of just be left alone and raise your kids, have a great marriage and settle down, the homestead life, have a little homestead, a little farm on your property. And it's just an amazing place to do that. I've helped quite a few people just buy a little place to start a homestead with, put some animals on out in the country, just amazing place. Tyler is, out of all the places I've seen around the US, one of the best places to do that because of the cost of living, the things we've mentioned. Tyler is an absolutely amazing place to do that. And there are some really, really nice hidden areas around the Tyler area where it would be perfect to just buy a house and almost live off the grid, have a simple life. And I think that is absolutely amazing. One of the big reasons why I moved from England and then moved again from Kentucky to Tyler, Texas, is I really, really don't like grey, dreary, wet weather. If I'm living in a place when it's grey all the time, it just feels really depressing and it's just slow and it's harder to be happy for me when I'm living in grey all the time. And Tyler is pretty much the opposite of that. Tyler is such a sunny place. Most of the year, you're gonna have sun and a lot of the times not even cloud coverage. It's a very, very bright place, over 220 days of sunshine a year. And it really does make a difference. Since being here in Tyler, I've felt a huge difference just going outside and it be sunny, even in the winter like we are now. Yes, we're gonna have some cold, we're gonna have some rain every now and then, but most of the time it's gonna be sunny. And it just makes you happier. When you walk outside and you walk around and it's sunny, blue skies, you put your sunglasses on, you get some UV rays and you just get some sun in your eyes. It's just such an amazing feeling. And it may seem small to you, but for me, that's a really huge reason why we moved here. And it definitely hasn't disappointed being out in the sun a lot of the time. One of my favorite things, and one of the favorite things of people who I speak to a lot, is that we're surrounded by like-minded people. here in Tyler and East Texas. Now, I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing to be around people with differing opinions and beliefs. However, there is also a good thing about being surrounded by people with the same beliefs or similar beliefs who strengthen you as a person. If, like me, you're Catholic, or if you're Protestant, or if you're any other denomination of Christianity, if you're conservative, then you're going to be surrounded by resources and people who are just like you. I've mentioned this many, many times before, but Tyler, Texas is one of the best places, in my opinion, in the US to be Christian and to have a belief and a faith and follow Jesus. Tyler, Texas is a great place for that. Every single street you're going to see churches. Anyone you speak to, they're going to ask you where you're going to go to church. They're going to talk to you. They're just going to be great people. And if you are like that, if that is who you are, if that is your personality, if that is what is most important to you, then you're going to love it here in Tyler, just because you have so many people around you and that share your beliefs and your faith. And it really, really is amazing. And it really does feel different to, in this world, here and now, some places, it really feels like you can't be open with your faith. It really feels like you can't be open with your beliefs. Otherwise, you don't know who you're talking to. You don't know whether someone's going to get offended or upset about what you say. But here in Tyler, really isn't the case. And it feels really nice to be surrounded by like-minded people who believe similar things. And you will have people who challenge you here and there, which is definitely a good thing. However, to be in a group, to know that you're going to be accepted is just an amazing, amazing feeling, and one of the best things about living in the Tyler area. So if you've ever looked up Tyler, Texas on a map, we're in East Texas. We're the biggest city in East Texas. Now you look at that and then look at some of the suburbs, like I've mentioned, out as well. One of the really, really nice things about Tyler is pretty much everything you could need is within driving distance. The main suburbs that I've mentioned, so you can have Bullard, Lindale, Flint, Chandler, and White House, are going to be within a 30-minute drive to the middle of Tyler. So if you're living in one of those suburbs, you're only ever 15 to 30 minutes to Tyler. Now, I've spoken to a lot of people who live in the suburbs of some of these bigger cities and are having to drive an hour and a half to get into the middle of the city whenever they do need to go. So that's one of the things that I really like about Tyler, is that everything's driving distance. And even if you want to go and explore some other areas in Texas, if you want to go explore Austin, 3-4 hours away. If you want to go to Dallas, it's only an hour and a half to 2 hours away. So everything pretty much is driving distance. So until you want to go to the airport and you have to fly to go internationally, or if you've got family in other cities and other states, then yeah, you'll have to fly, or you potentially should fly. But most things in Texas, and to explore, you could live your whole life in Texas without having to get on a plane. Texas is pretty much almost like its own country. Everything's driving distance, especially if you're living in East Texas, you're living in one of the suburbs, or you're living in Tyler, you're only going to have to ever drive 20 minutes or 25 minutes is the most I ever really have to drive to get into town and do the things that you want to do, which is really nice because it really does add up. When you're in the car for 45 minutes, an hour each way, going back and forth, you could be stuck in the car for hours every single day to get into work. So that's one of the things we don't really have to worry about here in Tyler, which is very nice. Now, talking about the location of Tyler, we're also going to be talking about how beautiful Tyler is as an area. The beauty and the nature in Tyler and East Texas is absolutely amazing. We are right in the middle of East Texas, which is commonly known as the Pine Curtain, because we have so many pine trees and pine forests here in East Texas. So it is absolutely beautiful, and it's such a green area. We get a little bit of rain, so that's what keeps up with the green, but you've got beautiful green fields, you have lakes, you have streams, you have trees, you have rolling hills. I spoke to someone before who didn't really know, never been to Texas before, and just thought Texas was all just one big desert and just sandy and gray or yellow, whatever color a desert is. That is the opposite of the truth, because Texas is beautiful and green, and it's got some lovely looking red dirt. Don't know about you, but I really like the look of red dirt. But that was one of the first things that I noticed when we officially moved to Tyler. It was during the fall, so we had some of the beautiful red, orange, fall colors of the trees, and we were driving around and seeing cattle ranches and fields and farms and just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful scenery. When you're living in Tyler, you're going to be living in the middle of beauty and nature. Also, when you live in Tyler, you're going to have a lot of things to do. I always like to say, when you live in Tyler, you're going to have everything that you need, not necessarily everything you want. If you want some of the huge things, go to a big city, go to Dallas, just drive an hour and a half. But you're going to have so many things to do. And I have done a video on the best things to do in Tyler, and I'll link that right here. Because Tyler is growing and developers are doing a really good job at helping Tyler grow. There are a lot of new businesses moving into Tyler, and not just your run-of-the-mill restaurants, coffee shops, which all of those are great. You have some kind of more unique businesses as well, like escape rooms, trampoline parks. You've got museums. You have a huge variety of things to do in Tyler. So although we may not have the huge football stadiums or the sporting events that you have in other big Texas cities, we do have a lot of things to do, and I'd highly suggest you look into it a little bit further exactly all the things we do have in Tyler to do. Along with the new businesses, we also have a lot of things to do if you're an outdoorsman or woman. We have a lot of walking trails. For example, we have the Legacy Trail, which is in South Tyler. It's a really beautiful area, and it is in one of the most popular areas of Tyler. So we have the Legacy Trail, we have Tyler State Park, which is really, really nice. It's on a little lake, and you have walking trails and hiking. We have a lot of mountain biking. We have a lot of just biking areas in Tyler, and it is a really, really good place to be active. If you like walking, if you like playing frisbee golf or disc golf, that's a huge thing here in East Texas. So many parks, places to play pickleball, tennis, soccer, so many places to play sports, to be active, and just live an active lifestyle. So you have no excuse to just sit in your house and do nothing. But when you have worn yourself out from all of the physical activities and seeing the nature and the beauty and done some of the activities in Tyler, then one of the things that we have a lot of options is places to eat and drink. Tyler is kind of a very foodie place. There are so many restaurants, there's so many places to go and have a really nice evening and have some unique food as well. Yes, we have absolutely amazing Texas barbecue. Shout out to Stanley's Barbecue, award-winning brisket and barbecue. I'd highly, highly recommend trying out Stanley's. Check out the video I've done on best places to eat in Tyler. We have so many restaurants, great Tex-Mex food, great authentic Mexican food. We have Italian, we have all different kinds of food. We have great steak houses, steak restaurants. We have Prime 102, which is one of my favorites. Some really amazing places to eat here in Tyler. If you're a foodie, you'll absolutely love it here. If you're not a foodie, but you just like food, then you'll also have a great time here. We have a lot of the chain restaurants as well, so you will find something that you like to eat here in Tyler. If you're not careful, you'll gain the old Texas 20. Second you move to Texas, we like to eat here in Texas. You have to be really careful about not having to gain too much weight, because it's very easy to do here in Tyler. So much good food. And if you do eat too much and you take advantage of all the good places we have to eat here in Tyler, then don't worry, because we have one of the best medical systems here in Texas. Great segue, I know. Because Tyler used to be, and still can be, a really good retirement area, we have very, very good medical facilities. We have two big hubs. We have Christus Health, Mother Frances Hospital, and we have UT Health East Texas. They're the two main hubs, and they're both hospitals are pretty much going to be next to each other downtown. So you've got two huge hospitals, and then all throughout Tyler and East Texas, you're going to have so many different clinics that are either going to be Christus Health or UT Health, and pretty much anything you could ever need. You have specialty clinics, you have specialty doctors, you have pretty much anything you could need within driving distance. And we have several emergency care facilities. That's one of the big questions that people ask me a lot, is that they really want to be close to medical facilities or emergency rooms. We have that here. Just have a look on a map, all the different areas where we have emergency rooms, where we have specialty clinics. You're probably going to be about 10 to 15 minutes away at most from an emergency care facility, which is really, really nice. So you can be right in the middle of the country and have a home on acres for not too much money, but then also be a driving distance away from medical. So that's a really great thing in my eyes. You're never too far away from a medical facility. You can never be too safe. That's why I love the medical facilities here in Tyler. Lastly, the education system here in Tyler has some of the best schools in East Texas, and potentially even Texas in general. We have some really great schools. If we look at high schools, you've got Lindale ISD, you've got Bullard ISD. If you look on niche.com, they're rated really, really highly. Some of the Tyler schools are rated really highly. So we really do have some great school districts from pre-K up to high school. You have some really good opportunities to put your kids in some great school districts. Also, we have some really, really good private schools as well. For example, in Bullard, we have Brook Hill School, we have Grace High School. They're both Christian kind of academies. They're both rated really, really highly. And because we're in Texas, we have some great football, Texas football, which I'm still getting into as a British Texan, getting into some Texas high school football, but some great sports programs, great learning programs, academics as well. So you can rest easy knowing that your kids are going to be going to some good schools. You just have to do some research and find the really good ones. But we've got some really, really good schools here in Tyler. And because I mentioned earlier that Tyler is kind of more of a conservative Christian area, there are going to be a lot of homeschool co-ops, co-eds, whatever you call them, a lot of homeschool groups in Tyler. So if that is something that you'd like to do, then Tyler is a great place for that as well. And after high school, we have some really good options for colleges. We've got TJC, which is a Tyler Junior College. And then we have UT Tyler. So the Tyler campus of UT is here right in Tyler, which is an amazing opportunity. And then also something that is quite new, we have UT Tyler School of Medicine. So that has been operating for, I think they have had 2 cohorts of medical students go in now, but that is a huge thing to have a medical school here in East Texas. It's a smaller school, but it's a very, very good school. So if you are someone who is potentially pursuing the medical school route that wants to be a doctor, then Tyler could be an amazing place for you because we have an amazing medical school right here in little old Tyler. So I don't know about you, but just explaining all of these things is making me really proud to be living in Tyler, and just reinforces the fact that I think I've made a really good decision choosing to buy a house and live here in Tyler, Texas. I really hope this video has helped give you some insights into the good things about Tyler. I know some of my videos have been negative, but really, I really do love this area. I love Tyler. If you have any more questions at all, or you are thinking about moving to Tyler, Texas, please, again, reach out. My name is Ronnie Withers. Give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email. Me or someone on my team will reach out. We'll get on a call, we'll have a chat, and we'll get you into a dream Tyler home. What do you think? What is your favorite thing about living in Tyler, Texas? Please let me know in the comments below. I'm really interested to know what you like and what you don't like about living in Tyler. Thank you very much for watching the video. Please leave a like if you did like the video. And until next time, cheerio.